But then afterwards, when you get in that car, you're supposed to be like, you listen here, anime. Okay? You listen here. Okay? You stay out of grown men's space. Or it's going to be me and you. That's what you do. Okay? Sometimes, you have to Ike Turner a bitch. Hi guys, it's your girl Vonnie here, and welcome to Pieces of Me TV. This is another episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta review. This is episode 19, I think. And boy, when I tell you I have so many notes, because it was so much bullish happening in this episode, and I couldn't wait to start this video to tell y'all about it. Y'all want to hear it? Because here it goes. So the episode starts off where the last one just cut off with Kenya and Apollo finishing up their little talk. So Phaedra sits down. It's like, so what's going on? So Kenya starts to talk, and as Kenya starts to talk, everybody else walks in. So as everybody else arrives, Apollo's looking like, good, I'm free. Deuces, he get everybody a hug and go over there where his guys at. And everybody looking like, what the hell is going on? So it leaves Phaedra over there looking stupid. So she gets up because she's like, you know what, I'm done. So Nene and Portia follow her like, what's going on? She said, no, I'm just tired of Apollo, sitting up there talking to Kenya, So she said, I'm just tired. I'm just about to go to bed. So she goes and leaves to the room. And Apollo saw that she left and never followed her, and I have a problem with that. Well, then Nene and Portia takes it upon themselves to insert themselves into their marriage and go talk to Apollo, which wasn't your place. Portia and Nene should know what it feels like to have people in their marriage, and they didn't like it. So why are you going and putting yourself in somebody else's business? But anyway, so they go up to Apollo and tell Apollo, hey, look, that wasn't cool. I get, you want to be friends with everybody, you don't want it to be awkward, but your wife is uncomfortable. And if it makes your wife uncomfortable and that's the person you got to lay with, then you need to get your ish together, bruh. And Apollo, I don't know, he just think it's stupid that he can't talk to her, or that he has to feel uncomfortable when he's around her or when everybody is all together. And I feel like this, Apollo, nobody is saying to be rude to the girl. She's not saying you can't speak to the girl and say hello, how you doing, and keep moving. She's saying it is inappropriate for you, a married man, to be having a conversation by yourself with this single woman. Is anybody home? Is anybody home? Because that would be a problem with anybody. If my husband thought it was okay to be alone with a single woman, you know what I'm saying? Just any woman, period. And I'm not there, I would have a problem with that. And he should know that I would have a problem with that. Like, this is the thing. Men are a little stupid. No offense, but they are. So I feel like men shouldn't think for themselves. They should think for their wife. So what would my wife do? Okay? What would my wife do? If my wife wouldn't like me in this situation, I shouldn't do it, even if it don't make sense to me, because I just want some peace. Happy wife, happy life. But apparently Apollo didn't get that memo. So the next morning, you know what, I can't stand Bravo, because Bravo does this little thing where they jump back and forth from groups, and it makes my mind bad. It makes it hard for me when I'm reviewing, because I got to be playing hopscotch, you know what I'm saying? Or dodgeball, because I'm going this way and that way and this way with the conversation. It ain't that easy, Bravo. Can you make it a little easier on the sister? I mean, dang. So they're going back and forth from the beach, where Kenya, Miss Lawrence, who else at the beach? Cynthia and Peter, also known as Paris, okay? And then Phaedra and Apollo's place, where Phaedra is studying and Apollo come in there to sweet talk her. So one thing that really kind of shocked me a little bit was Paris. You know, that's what I call Peter. For those of you who haven't seen that video where I gave Peter the name Paris, just a quick, you know, sidebar. It's because he has so many feminine ways as far as the way he acts, okay? And he's always in women's business. He don't deserve to be called Peter. He deserves to be called Paris, okay? I'd rather call him Paris than a bitch. But we'll get to that later. But he gonna tell Miss Lawrence, you look really beautiful in that dress. It's too easy. I'm not even going to say what I want to say or comment on it. I'm going to just let it rest and y'all form y'all opinions about that. Leave it in the comments, okay? If y'all said it, it ain't my fault. So then it goes back to Apollo and Phaedra. And they're almost acting like nothing's wrong. Like, his schlong must be made of gold and laced with crack. Because she is so dick happy. Like, she is just so dick happy. It just makes me nauseous. I can't take it. Like, she just, Apollo a mess up, and then the very next minute, she is in love again. Okay? Or it's the next bitch fault. It's her fault because my man ain't shit. Okay? You made him be ain't shit, bitch, and I don't like you. That's basically Phaedra's whole scene. Okay? So, she's sitting there, she's studying or whatever, and he trying to be goofy and make her happy, and she's smiling and, you know, whatever. So because he messed up, you know, he being extra. And he like, you know, you got anything planned for your birthday? What you want to do for your birthday? She said, I don't know, or something or whatever. So Apollo goes to Candy and tells Candy he wants to put together a birthday party for Phaedra since he messed up. So they help, she helps him put the little party together. It's a surprise party. So let's go to the party night. The party night, everybody's there. And they see Apollo bringing Phaedra on a golf cart, and she's blindfolded. So he's telling her on the way in the golf cart, he says, you know, I don't get a chance to do these things for you. And probably because you always being mean. And she was like, really? And he's like, yeah. But I just want to show you, you know, we can have a good time. You can, you know, feel special, you know, especially on your birthday. And she is complaining, okay? She is really complaining. Phaedra don't want no man. Can't nobody convince me that Phaedra want a man. Because if Phaedra wanted a man, she wouldn't do half the things that she do, okay? But she's like, I don't even like blindfolds. Why is this on me? Where are we? Whoa, this stink. Why the wind blowing? It's hot. I'm itching. Why I got on white? It's gonna get dirty. If I get dirty, I'm gonna be mad. Like, that's just constantly like, just shut up. Shut up. Like, I don't care if your man take you in the woods for a picnic by a honey pot and a bear is coming, okay? And bees is everywhere. I don't care. You laugh, you say, boo, this is so cute. I love this. We having so much fun. But you know what? I want to do something for you. Let's pack up and let's just go to Denny's. I love Denny's. Denny's is good and it ain't no bees or bears. That's why you do it, okay? You don't just rag on him and make him feel like crap. That's why he won't do anything for you, and that's why he's trying to put that gold crack lace schlong in Kenya, okay? Kenya's about to get your critic, okay? That's what's gonna happen. So get your life. What happened next? So, yes, she gets there, but the blindfold comes off. Surprise! She's excited, you know, well, Phaedra excited, because Phaedra don't never seem too excited unless it's about her kids or some food, okay? So she gives that little dry excitement. And there's a piñata. How old is she? I mean, I know we're in Mexico, but damn. So there's a piñata. So she gets hitting the piñata. Ain't nothing coming out. So Portia says, well, give it to me. Portia starts whacking this thing. The first whack, something falls out. I'm thinking some candy. When you do piñatas for grown folks, you put the little plastic shot bottles. You know, of the liquor, the plastic ones so they don't break. And, you know, stuff like that. And they fall out. And that's cute. No. There's condoms in this piñata. In this married woman's piñata. And Candy didn't do it. So Candy's like, well, Apollo, why? Like, you know, what's going on? What's the rhyme or reason for this? So Portia hits it again, and she hits it so hard, y'all, she breaks the cake. Okay? She's got some pent up frustration, and that poor baby needed to hit something. Okay? She was imagining Cordell's face. Okay? And she just couldn't take it. So anyway, they break the weird pinata with the condoms in it, and they go sit down, and Candy comes up, says something real beautiful and heartfelt, to her, about being her friend and happy birthday and all this crap. Then her husband come up. Now this is my thing. I'm thinking her husband about to come up. He ain't gonna be showed up by Candy. Okay, he gonna lay it on thick. Okay, because he done messed up the night before. He done threw this party. He about to lay it on thick, and I can't make up what he said next. Okay, he gets the mic and he says, "Hold on, I'm gonna show you." Okay, this is the mic. I'm Apollo. And I want to thank you for being the mother of my 2 children, my 2 sons, our boys. And I hope that we just keep moving forward. And scene. That was it. Okay? That silence you heard, that was the crickets that everybody else heard. Okay? It was awkward. It was uncomfortable. That was it. But then again, I kind of feel Apollo because I feel like Phaedra is a mom and a businesswoman. Phaedra is not a wife. Okay? Phaedra does not take her wifely duty seriously. She ain't studying Apollo. And she's even said on multiple times, I ain't studying Apollo. So, it's like he knows her as a mom. And that's why she has to parent him all the time and nag him all the time to get results. Because they don't work as a married couple. But I'm not going to get into it. Because I ran it last week. If you haven't seen it, go watch that video. It was a good video. Okay? I must admit, I watched it a couple times. So go watch that video and like it if you do. And subscribe. So, I'm not going to go off like I did last week about marriage. Because, I just ain't going to. Okay? It's my prerogative and I don't want to. The next thing that happened is Phaedra gets up to speak. And she says, I want to thank everybody, for participating in this, thing, whatever. It's nice to be here. And, most of you are my friends. And here goes Paris. You throwing shade at your birthday party. Paris, didn't we have this conversation 2 weeks ago where I told you stop saying shade because don't no straight man supposed to say shade? That's what I told you, Paris. That's what I said. You should have watched the video. Somebody who cared about him should have passed it along. Okay? Do not say that again. Or we going to have problems in this relationship. Okay? Next. Okay, next thing, everybody gets together. Okay? Kenya arrives. Well, before Kenya arrives, who said it? I forgot who said it, but somebody was like, do this look familiar? Don't this look like the pillow party or the pillow jammy jam or whatever the hell that shit was called? And, everybody was like, I just want to let that go. I hope not. Kenya arrives and Kenya says, surprise, we're going to have a redo a couples night. Everybody's been getting along. I just want to redo couples night. So here goes Paris again. You talking about the one you fucked up? Yes, Paris, that one. What other one have you been to? Shut your mouth. Whoo, Paris. So, there's questions in the bowl. Now, leading up into these questions, Kenya says, these questions ain't messy. Okay? They're not messy like the messed up ones that Nene said, okay? These are not about anybody in specific, okay? So Portia pulls her question, and her question is, what do you prefer? Wild sex or romantic sex, okay? So Portia goes up, and instead of just giving her answer and sitting the hell down, she has to get an explanation. She likes wild sex, but she can also do romantic sex because romantic sex is more slow. And she when she thinks of romantic sex, she thinks of older men going slow because that's how they like it because they're older and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So that really rubs Nene the wrong way. So Nene gets a question, and it says, what did Nene say? Name something that annoys you about another couple in the room. So Nene says, well, I'm going to say this to my sister Portia. I really am annoyed by ignorance. I feel that you were ignorant when you said that, older men like it slow, because that's not true. So they're going back and forth about this girl opinion, which I don't understand. Why are you offended? If Greg got his little blue pill and Greg can get it up and Greg can go all night or do whatever he needs to do to satisfy your old self, then that's all that matters. Why are you worried about her 32-year-old vagina and what her and her old man does? Why do you care, Nene? Why? She made a statement about her and her experience with her cootie cat, not yours. So if your cootie cat has a different experience, then that is on you. Okay? You can state your opinion, but why are you annoyed by what she said? Now, if anything, I can understand Greg and Peter being like, okay, a little rubbed the wrong way. But why are you rubbed the wrong way? You ain't got an old penis. You ain't got an old penis. You married to an old penis, but you don't have an old penis. Why you mad, bruh? Why you mad? Then Nene keeps going, and she starts to say how she was annoyed by Candy's ignorance, because I guess a few months earlier, Candy had asked her, does she still get her period? Like, as in, women in their late 40s don't get their period. That's what Nene felt. I feel like she was just asking you. Why she was asking you, I don't know. But, she was just asking. So Nene was offended by that, apparently. So Todd, of course, taking up for his woman, says, look, it's all in the deliverance, okay? It's one thing to school me, but you don't have to say it's ignorant, because then, therefore, you're calling me ignorant. So just, it's okay to check me for whatever you need to check me for, but just watch how you do it. So, Nene, well, if you take it that way, or you feel some type of way about that, that's your problem. Really? Is it necessary? So then she's in her confession talking about, who is Todd? I mean, really, who is Todd? Somebody for you to reply back about it, for you to be talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Don't do, because who's Greg? Oh, okay. So okay, that happens. So then Lauren gets a question. Miss Lawrence gets a question. What did you define as cheating? A setup. So he basically says that he doesn't think that like a one-night stand is cheating. And his past relationship, his ex-lover would have one-night stands. He would have one-night stands. He feels that more of cheating is an emotional relationship. And so that starts this thing among everybody. And so Nene, being messy as well, says, well, do you believe that all men cheat? And he says, I'm sorry, but I do. So they're going. So Miss Lawrence, being Kenya's messy BFF, says Apollo and Phaedra with a PH. Why are you guys so quiet? What do you think about it? So awkward. So Phaedra goes on to say, I feel like cheating is cheating. I didn't get married to cheat. So if I find out you cheat on me, I'm done. Deuces. Apollo, with his ignorant tail, who just consistently embarrasses his wife, gets on here talking about, well, I feel like people make mistakes. It happens. Everybody cheats at some point in time. So, they was like, well, do you think that Phaedra has cheated on you? And he said, no, I don't think she's cheated on me yet. But who knows what she's capable of in the future. So everybody else is just talking about how ignorant Apollo is. And here go Kenya. He got a point. He's smart. Shut up, Kenya. Because you just hoping it's room for you to get that golden schlong. Okay? That's what you're hoping. Okay? I see right through you. You're not fooling me. Okay? So, Apollo's looking crazy, okay? So then, what's that girl name? Kenya. Kenya sends the guys to her room to have some guy talk while they have girl talk. Once again, Bravo works my nerves with this back, forth, and forth. This is not Aaliyah, okay? Why are we doing this? Anyway, So I think it starts off with Greg telling Peter, hey, I didn't like how you got into my wife's face, okay? You know, and if it happens again, it's going to be me and you, and we're going to have a problem. Then it goes to the girls, Nene and Kenya. Kenya says, well, Nene, what's going on with Marlo? Nene didn't want to talk about Marlo. So she was saying, you know, I don't think that's fair, you know, whatever. Which isn't fair, but okay. So then, Kenya says, so the elephant in the room, Phaedra, what's going on? You came in last night, it was a problem, what's going on? So they're going back and forth, and Phaedra says, I've continued to tell you to stop talking to my husband when I'm not there, and you continue to do it. You continue to be disrespectful, and I start to slap the monkey piss out of you. And Kenya was like, well, that ain't gonna happen. Then the Detroit Star coming out. Well, that ain't gonna happen, okay? That if you feeling froggy, leave. So that goes to the guys, okay? Greg is still mad. He's still going off. And I feel like he wasn't there. Like, looking back at it, he wasn't there when she first walked up on him, because she left him behind on that hill. So you didn't get to see everything. So you only know what your wife is telling you or what you're assuming from when you got there. You should have checked him there, because this is what I feel. If I'm arguing with a man, which I wouldn't dare, but if I'm arguing with a man and my man comes up, my man is supposed to get you, boop, out my face. Move out my wife's face, bro. You can talk to her, but you ain't gonna yell, and you ain't gonna be in her face. Back up. So, okay, yeah. But then afterwards, when you get in that car, you're supposed to be like, you listen here, anime. Okay? You listen here. Okay? You stay out of grown man's face, or it's gonna be me and you. That's what you do, okay? Sometimes, you have to Ike Turner a bitch. Now, I'm not saying that you gotta just go ahead and slap shit out of her, but sometimes you gotta act like you gonna make her eat the cake, okay? That's all I'm saying. So, Peter says, if it's a problem, why you ain't checked me that night? Which is true, okay? So, yeah, so the girls get there and ask what's going on. They explain what's going on. Instantly, Nene gets in Peter's face. And she starts telling him off, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And I'm like, through this whole time while Nene's talking, where the hell is Cynthia Bailey? And why is she allowing her man to be disrespected and she's in the room? I don't get it. So, they're talking. So Greg's trying to get over to where they are, and Kenya's like, Greg, that's not you. Just stop. That's not you. He pushes little pole Kenya out of his face. Move, bitch. I got to get over here. So then Nene says, you know, you need to stay out of women's business. Out of all the husbands and all the fiancés and boyfriends and all of that, you are the only one constantly in people's business, in women's business. Like, you need to stop. So he's like, well, how am I in women's business? And so she goes on and she said, stop trying to be a bitch. Everybody gasp, okay? Theatrical gasp around the room. And that's where the episode ends. Cynthia Bailey still ain't dropped in to say, hey, bitch, get out my man's face. Nothing. I really know I'm going to go off on Cynthia the next episode from what I can tell. So I can't wait. So I'm not going to go off on her until I see the next episode and see exactly what happens when she calls him a bitch in that situation. I can't wait, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know this video is a little long, but I hope you watched it all and you enjoyed it. Hit thumbs up, like this video, subscribe, leave me a comment. I enjoy commenting back with you guys. Anytime somebody, you know, leaves a comment, I try to reply back or thumbs it up, you know, to let you know I see it, you know, or whatever. But please leave a comment. Like some other videos, they're linked below in the description bar, as well as my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me on all of those and we could communicate there. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all, folks. Bye.